Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I want to go ahead and put another castles video out here because we're coming to the end of the Lumberjack crafting event. As of the time of this recording, we have about 6 hours left of this event, which means after that, you cannot craft the Lumberjack at all anymore. So if you wanted a Lumberjack, hopefully by the time you are watching this, there's still a little bit of time for you to go ahead and out there and grab one. I would. It's 100,000 M source and 2 seals. My initial goal when I was crafting, I wanted to do 2, I think I said in the video. I went beyond that. I'm not nothing like some people that are out here crafting hundreds of them, but I crafted 6. I ended up crafting 6. I crafted 2 initially and then realized that I wanted to make sure that I absolutely had enough for the next round of events in the crafting. So I went ahead and crafted 4 more. I would have loved to get a few more, but I think I'm to the point, especially with only 6 hours left in the event, uh, that I'm to the point I'm going to be at. So what's going to happen is this will end here in about 6 hours and 33 minutes from the time of the recording. Tomorrow, Friday, they are going to do a live giveaway for all of these tokens that they have. Sorry, they are raffle cards. They have like several hundred NFTs that they're giving away for this event. I highly recommend you go ahead and take a look at it. I'm just scrolling down here. Um, there we go. So go check it out. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Friday, April 8th. They're going to do a live on their YouTube. So basically, they're going to be doing all the drawings during this time. I don't believe that you have to be there for it. I unfortunately am going to be traveling at the time, so I will not be available for it. But I'm hoping that I get at least one thing. Um, the thing that I thought was neat, I want to go over a few more things for this, then we'll jump on to what's next. Um, First of all, there were over 9,421 at the time of this recording lumberjacks crafted, which is beyond, I think, anyone's expectation. So that's cool that there's so much interest in this. If you missed this crafting event and you're still looking to get a lumberjack and you're going to buy it off the secondary market, be very careful when you're buying these. This Make sure that you're aware when you go ahead and click on these, you'll see current charges is 0 for just about all of the cheap lumberjacks that are out there. That means unless you recharge it, which costs 400,000 M source plus some seals, unless you recharge it, they're of no use to you right now. That's why people are selling them super cheap. Um, if they have charges, that's great. You can use them, but just keep an eye on that if you go ahead and do that on the secondary market. So, wanted to throw that note out there. All right. Now that you have your lumberjacks, what's next in the crafting event? I did a brief video on this, but I wanted to get another one out there because they finalized the numbers for both the Carpenter and the first Wonder event, which is the Courthouse. The Carpenter will cost 9 lumber to craft and 2 seals. All right. The nice thing about the Carpenter is, un, unlike the Lumberjack, in order to recharge the Carpenter, it's cheaper. It's only 6 logs to recharge and 1 seal. So that's great news for those of us that don't have hundreds of lumberjacks to utilize. Um, the production is same as the lumberjack. Each time you craft, it's either 2 or 3 fine wood, and you get 7 crafts or 7 charges every time you recharge. So you have the potential of getting between 14 and 21 fine lumbers for each carpenter that you do. The next event after that, this event, the Carpenter event, kicks off on the 12th. So that's going to be next Thursday, 1 week from the recording of this video. After that will be the City Wonders, and this is the first thing that we're all working for. It will take 70 fine wood and 25 regular lumber plus 8 seals. So doing the math, worst case scenario, you need 5 lumberjacks. Depending on rules that you have, and most people are getting a combination of 2 or 3 lumber per charge. You could probably get away with 4 lumberjacks, maybe even 3 if you get super lucky, um, to be able to craft one of the wonders. I ended up going with 6 because I want at least one wonder, and then down the road I want to get Explorer Guild, which the details for the Explorer Guild have not been finalized yet. So what does this all mean? The 12th, we're going to go ahead and craft carpenters. My personal approach is I'm going to craft 2 carpenters, and then since I have 3 weeks before the Wonders event starts, that'll give me time to recharge those 2 carpenters 2 more times, which will give me plenty of fine wood, and also I'll still have plenty of lumber left over. In order to get one of the City Wonders, who knows, I may push for 2. Why are City Wonders so exciting? It's because you're going to get a portion of wax every single month passively without doing anything. It doesn't have to be recharged. Basically, you sit there and wax is going to be pushed to your account. How much wax are we talking about? They made an announcement. I'm scrolling up. Sorry for the scrolling. There we go. They made an announcement that they made some changes to the Royal Seals that will allow us to keep an eye on how much they're going to make in April as a preview for future months. This account is currently showing, and we're only 7 days into the month, it's currently showing that the seals have generated over 40,000 wax. That's pretty good. Assuming that continues the trend, and it may go up or down depending on the crafting events and depending on popularity, but depending on how everything goes, if this holds true throughout the rest of April, multiply it by 4, that's 160,000 wax generated by seals alone for the month of April. So that gives you a general idea of how much is going to be generated in future months, give or take. And then you just divide it by how many wonders are going to be available. I did some rough math. This is speculation. Please, 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 please understand that this is not financial advice. Do your own research, yada, yada, yada. But since there are roughly about 9,400 lumberjacks crafted, assuming the 5 lumberjack per wonder, we can create up to 1,880 of the courthouse wonders, and that's assuming everybody goes all in, which most likely will not be the case because there is also the Explorers Guild down the road, and it's so expensive to recharge your lumberjacks. So there's a good chance that that number will be smaller. Assuming it's around that number, just by owning a courthouse, you could generate between 85 and 100 wax by doing nothing else. That number may go up, that number may go down. It all depends on how many carpenters, how many courthouses, and so forth are generated. But that gives you a rough idea. For every courthouse you have, you could be making between potentially over 100 wax every single month for doing nothing. And that just assuming that the rate stays the same. If for some reason the sale of seals goes up, that rate will also go up. So just keep that in mind. And that's kind of what I'm pushing for. I wouldn't mind an extra 100 plus wax a month for doing nothing other than the crafting event, which right now I have all the pieces for. So I hope this helps. Gives you an idea of, again, the next event will be the Carpenter that starts on April 12th. As soon as that event is live, I'm going to craft 2 carpenters and then go ahead and push. Hopefully I don't get all the minimums. And that'll give me easily enough for the City Wonders that kicks off on May 3rd. I hope you all like this kind of video. I want to keep everybody up to date with what's going on, the crafting events, since I know for new users this can be a little bit confusing, since it's timed events that are very limited. If you miss the event, you are basically out of luck unless you buy them on the secondary market. I'm expecting carpenters, there will be a lot less carpenters crafted than lumberjacks. And I think lumberjacks was super overcrafted because of the recharging fees. Is 4 times the crafting fee. Um, so that's kind of my thoughts around this. I hope you all enjoy this kind of video. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll talk to you all later.